This is Reverend number 1.
This is the OG Reverend. We manufactured these guitars from 97 to 2005 was the last one. The whole idea of the Reverend Guitar Company and making Joe really want to do this is he had this idea that you got a patent for.
It was white mahogany center block, phenolic top and back, injection molded rim, and I got a patent for this called the high resonance body. It was important for us in a lot of ways. First of all, it got us in the market because it allowed us to build a guitar, fairly inexpensively and with a minimal amount of machinery and whatnot. The other thing that's important about this guitar is it's very resonant,
right?
Which means, unplugged, you can hear this. That basic idea of having a high resonance guitar is carried through to today. Yeah, a lot of blues guys, a lot of retro guys, they like the look too because it was reminiscent of, a vintage sort of Dan Electro with the white sides. We did hit up some rock guys early on, though. Kid Rock was a very early endorser as well. And then after that...
They did advertising, we did a lot of...
We did some ads with them.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Ron.
Before Joe started Reverend, Joe started Naylor amplifiers.
Boutique hand-built amplifiers, and I was doing that out of East Point, which back then was East Detroit. And Ron Asheton was playing a Naylor amp. The Stooges reunion tour was about ready to take off. So we talked and, we came up with this guitar, which is, similar to a Strat, 3 single coil pickups. It's a much fatter sounding than a typical Strat. And Ron was a little worried that Iggy wouldn't dig that tone. It might be too fat. So I thought, you know what, Ron, I'm gonna put a control on here where you can go from the fat sound and roll it back and get that traditional kind of thinner, trebly Strat tone.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, let's try that. Ron was raving about it, loved it, used the full range of it, depending on what songs he was doing. Iggy was happy, Ron's happy, everybody's happy. So we started using this as a regular feature, and we called it the bass contour. And today you see this on almost every Reverend guitar.
Yeah.
And it's been a big feature for us. It's been a real big hit with the pros.
A lot of the things that we do are inspired by the artists that we work with, and they come to us and say, hey, I have a need and I'm looking for this sound. And Joe has always been particularly adept at understanding what people are talking about when they're describing a sound to him. And so a lot of the innovations that got us from number 1 to where we're at right now with our 20th anniversary guitar were artist inspired and end up, of course, then being featured across the entire line. And the bass contour control is one of the bigger ones for sure. The neat thing about this guitar is this was Ron's actual Stooges touring guitar for many years, right up until when we did a signature model. And Reverend still offers us a Ron Asheton signature model guitar. It's our Volcano, which is a V-style guitar.
So yeah, this is really cool, and this resides in the Reverend headquarters.
Yep.
And it's still got the same strings on it.
Yeah, I've never cleaned it or set it up or polished the frets or anything. I just figured this is the way it was when it came out of the back of the trailer and out of the Stooges storage stuff, and that's the way we're going to keep it. So, Ron Asheton, everybody.